Hey, what's going on? What's up, Wabbit? How we doing? Oh, that's kind of crazy. How's that going so far? These are cards I'm sending out today. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. This is why I usually just leave this alone and don't mess with it. But of course, now I have to fidget with stuff. So, wow, 9 people in checking this out. I appreciate it. I'm still getting a little bit set up here. I appreciate it. All right, it's going all right. Okay. Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, hopefully that will get sorted out. For anyone that's in chat, let me know how the volume is. If you can hear me, if the music's too loud, let me know. We'll get started here in just another minute or two. I just need some feedback from you guys, and then we'll get rolling. All right. Let's get started. Let me know for anyone that's still in chat. Let me know how audio is. Yeah, I just turned that off. I forgot. So when I open up the other stream on my computer, just so I can watch it, I have to mute that scene. So yeah, we're all good now. All right, let me show off some code cards here. Best of luck to anyone claiming any of these. I still have a whole bunch of these to go through, so for anyone watching this after the fact, just try your luck and pause them. Try and get that code. But yeah, plenty of stuff to go through today. But yeah, so 5 submissions. All of these are going out to CGC today. Immediately following this stream, I'm going to start the drive up there. It's not too far from where I am, but I got to drop these off and pick up a submission. So I guess I should put in the title, but this is pretty much part 1, and maybe I'll fix the title after. But this is going to be part 1. So I'm going to drop all the stuff off. When I come back later, and yes, I am doing a second stream today, we will go through the submission that I'm getting back in. I'd say about 90% of that submission that's coming in is going to be uploaded and put on the eBay shop or the storefront. So that should be pretty fun. But yeah, 5 separate orders. I'm just going to move all these out of the way and we'll go through them one by one. And then, yeah, like I said, give my opinion. Obviously, I'm not a grading expert by any means, so I'll just kind of tell you how I feel about like how I think it's going to grade, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. I'm super excited about this. I like doing these graded card submissions, especially going through CGC. I've never really had any issues with them. They've been great. They're not a sponsor by any means. I mean, I wouldn't mind having them as a sponsor. That'd be sick, right? But yeah, so I'll throw this out there again. I know I've offered it before, but I also offer a middleman service. So if you want to get your cards graded, I'll be more than glad to take your order. And just reach out to me on the side and let me know that you're interested, and then it's something we can set up. Some of the conveniences is I do all the work. You just send me the cards. I make content. I prep everything. I hand deliver it. I don't have to worry about shipping, so it saves you money there. And then I go back and pick it up when it's done, make some more content, and then I mail it back out to you. So that's the only real fees incurred are just paying for the submission and then the shipping back to you. But if you're interested, let me know, and yeah, we'll go from there. But anyway, submission number 18. This one's pretty fun, especially starting off with this one. This is actually a customer order for a friend of mine. What's up, Glenn? How are you? Yeah, this is actually a order for Alex over at /frag. This is pretty cool because, and if he's watching this, sorry, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but he gave me 15 cards for the submission, and then I backfilled it with 10 more, so it's a 25 card submission, and it's all stuff for him and the kids, so I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy it. So let's take a look. So showing this off, I might have shown this off already, but yep, got Misty's Tears here. This is always a iconic card here because it's one of the banned Japanese cards. It's pretty neat. I really, really like it. Next one, obviously we have some of the Neo File 2 Japanese cards. So this came in like a big little or a big portfolio that had these next 3 cards and then a couple other cards in as well, but definitely an iconic Charizard. We got the Pichu that goes with it as well, and again, it's that reverse Cosmic Hollow, the swirls all over it. And then we have the Entei to go with it, so we have the 3 from that set. Should be super exciting to see how these grade. Now keep in mind, all this stuff, at least the first 15 cards, are from his personal collection. So they may not be in the most perfect condition, but it's stuff kind of like myself with my own personal collection. I just want it graded and sealed and then put away. So speaking about perfect, so some of these Southern Islands reverse hollows, I won't say they're perfect, but they look really, really clean. And again, I've prepped all of them, so they're in a little sleeve. They're in the little soft case there, so they're all good to go. But yeah, so we got all these Southern Island reverses. So we have the Mew, which is, of course, the big, most expensive card. Then we have the Togepi. We have the Ladybug. We have the Meryl, and again, I love seeing this artwork because it's classic Pokemon artwork. Like it's so great. Slowking, one of my favorite artworks for Slowking out there. We got Vileplume, and then so that's it for Southern Islands. Again, all amazing cards. I'm actually going to grade some myself. I have English and Japanese Southern Islands to grade, so that should be pretty sick. Dark Blastoise, obviously one of my favorites. You guys seeing how many I have. This is the one that I don't have personally, though. This one's from Legendary Collection. Well, I have one, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, such a great collection, man. It's so awesome, and they have so much other stuff, like the old Meryl sealed promos. He's got like 50 of. But yeah, this is just some of the stuff he really wanted to get graded. You know, so I'm super excited to help him out here. So another beauty right here, the Dark Charizard First Edition. It is non-hollow, but there's still a lot of value in this card. Again, it's such an iconic card. I really, really like it. It's one of my favorite Charizard artworks. Of course, when we talk about iconic, you got to talk about the Birthday Pikachu. This one's really cool. This was a promo that came through with some kind of mailing giveaway. And yes, when we were kids, and I say we because me and Alex are roughly the same age, people used to put their names on the card and you personalized it. I think the only thing that'd be cool is if you brought this to the person that did the illustration for it, and then they wrote their name on it, and then you got that graded, you know, with signatures here. So I think that'd be kind of neat. But yeah, a beautiful Pikachu there. And again, we talked about iconic. You got to get the Ancient Mew graded. I mean, there's so many of them out there, but it's such an awesome card. And again, I remember going to the movie when the first Pokemon movie came out. You show your ticket, they gave you a card. They gave you a whole bunch, actually. But yeah, an awesome card there. And then, of course, his last card here is his favorite Pokemon is Politoed, and what a great artwork to submit there. I think it would have been really cool if I can find one to see one with a swirl right where his hand is. If anyone's seen one or anyone has one, I kind of want to, you know, I'll see if I can get it. Mainly because it would be such an awesome card, and then grade it, and then, you know, send it over to Alex. But so the next, excuse me, the next 10 cards are all cards that I threw in to fill in this order. So should be pretty interesting. So we have these are these like gold leaf or gold fleck energy cards, right? So this came with that huge classic collection box in English and Japanese, but I decided, you know, I'm gonna have all of them, so they'll have all the original energies, right? So that should be pretty cool. And then the double colorless to end, so that should be pretty neat. Excited to see how that was graded. So now these other ones here, again, these are just kind of filler, but it's stuff that I think him or the kids would like. You have the shiny Mimikyu there. This one was pulled from Paldean Fates. The one behind it, I know that the kids will like. It's the shiny Pikachu from Paldean Fates. If you guys saw the recent opening I did, I pulled one of these, but the one that I pulled was all jacked up on the top. So I put that one in my binder. I took the one out of my binder, which is this one, and I'm giving it to them. Way better chance of having a high grade. So be sick to see this in a 10 or even a pristine 10. And then last but not least, something you definitely don't ever see is this really awesome Pikachu card here. It's one of those where you move it and it kind of changes the different positions. Yeah, this one's pretty neat. So this one came from Viz Video and the 4Kids Productions. Yeah, really awesome card. Again, you don't really see this too often, but I thought it'd be a nice little way to end off this submission. So super excited to see how these do. And obviously, once I get these back, obviously we'll recap everything once it comes back in, and then obviously I'll send these back out to Alex. So yeah, hopefully he enjoys it. Hopefully he likes what I kind of filled the rest of the submission with. Originally I told him I was just going to put some of my stuff in there, and, you know, just so we can both submit stuff, but I decided, you know, I'll just put his stuff in there. All right, let me try and keep all this stuff organized. But yeah, so that's just the first submission that's getting dropped off today. What do you guys think? Pretty good submission, right? All right, so that one's done there. All right, number 19. So another 25 card submission here. Usually when you do bulk through CGC, it's got to be 25 cards for the bare minimum submission cost. And then obviously you can pay a little bit more to submit less. Yeah, I'll kind of show you an example of that here in a second. So here we go, another 25 card submission. Most of these will be going up on the eBay storefront once I get them back. So super excited to see how these grade, and then obviously I'm just going to be selling them off. So we have some Chinese Radiant Pokemon cards. These came out somewhat recent, and it's kind of interesting to see. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, especially because this artwork only came out in the Chinese variant of Pokemon. So it's you know, it's a Chinese exclusive, if you will, but it's really nice. So we got that and the Venusaur. I was really hoping to have the other two cards in before the submission, which is the Charizard and Blastoise, but they're still in the mail. Once I get them, obviously, we'll get them submitted as well. So this one here, I showed this off recently, but this is from Stellar. No, not Stellar. Sorry, this is from. Oh my goodness, what is this? It's the latest Japanese set, SV7. Drawing a blank on its name. Wait, is it Stellar Miracle? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. Okay, it is Stellar. Thank you. So this is the Alt Art Lacey. Pulled this one out of the second box I was opening up with Alex at the house. This is the most expensive card in the set. I think there's one other one. Maybe it's one of the other Alt Arts, but yeah. Absolutely insane. This literally paid for both boxes, so super excited to see how this is graded. This next one here, absolutely beautiful card. This is for the personal collection. This is the Morty's Conviction or Condiction. But yeah, it's got Gengar coming out of the floor there. Picked this up at Collecticon. Definitely want to get this graded and try my luck there. We have the Snorlax. So you guys have probably seen this artwork a lot in the 151 promo on the English side. Obviously in Japanese, I'm trying to find a way to hold my hand without this being awkward. I don't know what to do with my hands. But yeah, so this is part of the set in the Japanese 151. Absolutely beautiful card. Hopefully we get some good grades there. We have the Zamazenta and the Zacian. Both of these came from V-Star Universe. Again, I love the artwork on these. The colors are so vibrant, and I think it'd be cool to grade the pair and then maybe even sell off the pair. Speaking about Snorlax, another absolutely amazing Snorlax artwork. Probably one of my top 3 favorite Snorlax artworks. This is from VMAX Climax, if I remember. No. So, wait, is it? So it was V-Star Universe, VMAX Climax. Yeah, I want to say it's from that set, but again, it's another one of the... No, I'm sorry. This is from... I'm losing my mind. I've got like 12 different sets on my mind. I want to say this is from Dark Phantasma, especially because the Gengar's in that set as well. And the Pikachu, I'm grading all 3 of these, so I'm pretty sure it's from Dark Phantasma. The names between English and Japanese are so crazy, and they're drastically different sometimes, but should be some pretty solid submissions there. I do have this card in a Lost Abyss. It might be that one too. I do have this one in CGC Pristine 10 and PSA 10, but I want to grade again for the shop. This one here, okay, so this one is from VMAX Climax. This is the Friends in Galar. This was one of the big hit cards at the time, and then obviously it drastically dropped down in price. But yeah, super excited to grade this. It was one of the few cards I didn't pull when I opened up that case back then. We got the Pikachu VMAX, again, one of my favorite artworks for this, especially with red right there on the front. We have the Charizard as well, the character rare with Leon there, with the trainer gallery, whatever you want to call it. Another Charizard here. We got the shiny Charizard VMAX. It's one of my favorite Charizard artworks, especially this VMAX form, and then the shiny on top of it just makes it even better. I do have this card English, Japanese, Chinese, and then all the different variants. It is Dark Phantasma. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, so I do have this in the regular VMAX, the shiny, and the rainbow / hyper rare variant, but it's one of my favorite Charizard artworks, so I wanted to try my luck there. Another Charizard card. This is a promo. This is 143. This is during, I want to say this is, this is Sword and Shield promo, so it's a little bit older, but it's another one of those like arena style promos. I know you've seen the Pikachu one, or at least a few variants of Pikachu, so that should be pretty neat. So these next 2 here, these are cards I got graded probably 2 years ago at this point, and I got them back. I got huge grades, and then I sold them like an idiot. So I wanted to get them back and try my luck again. So you have from the Japanese variant of Cosmic Eclipse, which is like Dream Miracle or Dream something. And then you have Red's Pikachu there. This is another, this is Sun and Moon promo. I don't know if you can see the pattern there, but it's got like the reverse hollow stars on it. We had 2 absolutely beautiful cards there. Super excited to see how these grade. These are both for personal collection, by the way, unless I get more. Yeah, it's so insane. This is such a beautiful card. It's one of those where it's not crazy expensive right now, but if you get it graded and you keep it for a while, it's definitely going to go up in value. We have the shiny Celebi. This was a promo on the English side for Shining Legends, but this was part of the set on the Japanese side. This set is crazy expensive on the Japanese side now. Dream League, got it. Thank you. I appreciate the back and forth. Again, there's so much knowledge out there and so many other people to help out with this, so I appreciate it. But yeah, the shiny Celebi, had to pick this one up. I got this at Collecticon. It was a good price. It looks like it's in pretty good shape, so excited to see how that's going to work. And then we got some vintage Japanese hollows here. Some of my, I won't say they're my absolute favorites, but I just love vintage Japanese hollows. And I'll put this call out there. If you have vintage Japanese hollows and they're in decent condition, If they're perfect, even better. But if you're looking to try and sell them or move some, let me know. I'm trying to get a whole bunch, either for the personal collection or I want to get them graded. But yeah, Slow King, absolutely beautiful. It's got the swirl right there in the water. But yeah, such an awesome card. Excited to see how that one grades. This Crobat, this was honestly my first time seeing this card when I picked it up at the convention. But it's such a beautiful card. It's in really, really good shape, so hopefully it grades well. But yeah, good old Crobat. We got Rocket's Hitmonchan, which again, another iconic artwork there. This came out in the Gym series. This was either Gym Challenge or Gym Heroes. But again, such an awesome card. I'm trying to get more of these Gym series holos as well. Speaking about that, we have Sabrina's Alakazam. Again, another beautiful card there. And again, I've completed both the Gym series in Japanese, and they're some of my favorite cards. But there's just something iconic about the Japanese holos from back in the day. We have Misty's Gyarados here. So there is a second Gyarados in the Gym series. It's Giovanni's Gyarados. I personally like this one a little bit better. It's a little bit color difference. There's a different like pattern to it. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. So this one here, another great card here. This is Blaine's Moltres. It's such a beautiful card in the hollow pattern and just everything about it. It screams iconic and vintage. So super excited to see how this grades as well. And the last one, you guys are kind of going to laugh because I've shown off so many of these, but to fill out this order, I'm going to send out another Dark Blastoise. Obviously, this is from Rocket Gang, also known as Team Rocket on the English side. But yeah, super excited to see how these grade. And again, most of these will end up going up on my eBay storefront. So again, as soon as I get this in, you know, obviously we'll get rolling on that. So I do have, not judging. What do you mean? What's up? what you got? Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where so like I said, the submission I get today, obviously once I get it back, we'll do another stream and then we'll go through it. But yeah, I'm definitely by Friday I'll have probably over 50 cards up on the eBay storefront. So I'm super excited to get that stuff out there and get that store running again. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. Trust me, it is. I was doing it for almost a year before I left for a year. And it definitely keeps me busy. Yeah, absolutely, right? Trust me, I have like a 50 card Blastoise submission that I really want to send, but I want to get all these out, especially because I need to kind of buff the store, you know what I mean? And then the other stuff, once I start getting some more money back in and getting this flowing, obviously I'll start doing some more of my personal collection stuff. But yeah, so as of Friday, everything will go live on eBay. And then, like I said, we'll just go from there. And as I get submissions in, I'll show them off. They'll get uploaded, and you know the cycle will continue. All right, submission number 20. This is a big one because it's a 50 card submission. Again, majority of these cards, if not all of them, will go onto the eBay shop. So you see how much stuff I've spent a lot of time in prepping and planning and getting this stuff ready because, again, this is stuff that I'm not super attached to, but I think there's value in these, especially if they're graded. But let's take a look, and you guys let me know what you think. All right, first 25. Again, all prepped and ready to go. I literally just need to put the paperwork back in the box, tape them, and I'm going to go out the door. All right, so we got the Mimikyu promo. This is from Paldean Fates. Most of this submission is the same set, but in English and Japanese, so hopefully you guys can figure out which one it is. Charizard EX, it's always good to grade Charizards. Obviously, there's always a collector for those and all the different variants that they have. Shiny Alakazam EX, Gardevoir Shiny EX. Then we got the Clive Full Art. I really like this card, especially the alt art. We got Paldean Students in both forms there, and we have 2 of the second one, so pretty interesting to see how these do. We got the Nimona. Obviously, you guys saw I pulled a bunch of these when I opened those over 100 packs in that stream. So we're going to grade a few of them, and then we have the alt arts here as well. So super excited to see how these do here, and maybe if I get 10s in both of these, I'll sell them as a pair, or I'll just sell them off individually. I guess whatever's more appealing, right? But yeah, the regular full art and the alt art should be fun. Of course, I have to grade both of these here. I did keep one of the other ones that I had for the binder, but I'm going to grade and sell off both of these Mew, the Bubble Mews, which is kind of crazy because we pulled them almost back to back in that stream, which was insane. But yeah, super excited to see how these grade. If we can get even a regular 10, it would be huge. If a pristine 10 pops, it would be insane. But yeah, super excited to see how these grade as well. All right, so yeah, absolutely amazing. It's such an awesome card. I wish I could find the one error card that came out, which their Mew wasn't on this card in the Japanese variant. It's insane. All right, so now getting in some of the Japanese cards, right? So we got Charizard again, and then all of these are the shiny baby variants from Shiny Treasure EX. So all absolutely beautiful cards. Yeah, it was insane. So I'll show you real quick again. So I only saw it on Instagram once. When the Japanese set first came out, there was an error where somehow Mew wasn't on the center. So everything else was where it was supposed to be. All the text was there, but Mew was not on there. It was absolutely insane error. It was probably a 1 of 1 error. But yeah, if anyone could ever find it, obviously they should have it graded by now. It's going to be a 1 of 1. It's going to be crazy expensive. Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, again, so some of the baby shinies from Shiny Treasure, Shiny Treasure EX. Super excited to get these graded. And obviously I picked a lot of the Gen 1 Pokemon here, but I also threw in some of the more favorite types as well. So one of the favorites from more recent sets, if you will. But we got a couple of the Jigglypuffs. We got the double Dittos there. And then we get into the full arts and some of the other higher end stuff. We got the Toedscool, Toad's Cool. Yeah, I always messed that one up because the way that they changed the name. But we have more shiny Mews. Obviously, these are the full art variants. These are going to be nice as well. We got a few of the shiny Gardevoirs in Japanese as well. These should grade very well. And obviously, Gardevoir is very popular. This one's what? What is this? Iron Tusk. I always mess this one up because I know it's Donphan, but it's the ancient version of Donphan. So we got the shiny Charizard EX, of course. Got a great Charizard, especially because I'm not super attached to him, and I'm not really working on completing this set at this time. I think it should be nice there. So we got a couple of those to get graded. We got the Noivern. This should be pretty nice as well. Another really awesome shiny. We got a couple of the shiny Pidgeots. Again, absolutely beautiful cards there. The shiny Wigglytuff. Again, this is all stuff that I pulled during that whole case opening. So it's all pack fresh, if you will. I put it in these sleeves right away. So I'm super excited to see how these grade. And then starting to get into some of the higher end stuff, right? So we pulled Nimona full art. We got the Clive full art there. We got the Paldean Students. A couple of these ones. This is the first one. And then we get into some of the really, really nice cards. Don't worry, that spec is just on the plastic. We got the Gardevoir alt art. So I did not pull this during that stream, but I pulled this in a random pack after the fact. So yeah, kind of crazy. Hopefully this grades well. We got the Nimona alt art, which again, there's a huge boom in full art trainers right now. So hopefully there's still value here. And then we got the Clive. You guys saw I pulled 2 of these during that stream. So maybe I'll keep one for me and one will go to the store. I'll probably put up whatever one has the higher grade in the store. And then last but definitely not least, I finally got one of the golds. I talked about the whole stream. We didn't see one at all. But again, got out some random packs and I pulled one. So I thought I would submit it in here to get graded. But yeah, so that's the next submission. Was that number 20? Super excited to see how these do. Again, I'm hand delivering all this stuff today. You know, the turnaround time has been fairly quick, so hopefully I can get these back. And then yeah, like I said, it's just all going up on this storefront. So super excited to see how these turn out. Wait, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nope, definitely messed that up. Okay, hold on. Because I got to split these properly. So it's... The only reason why is because the order form, it's very specific on the order. And if you do it wrong, it can, you know, delay the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, there we go. nice and even. Plus, it fits in the packaging a lot better. I do have a system for all this. I like these little bubble wraps, if you will. It's nice padded. You just kind of put it in there like that. Just slide these over. It fits in this box perfectly. You know, I don't have to worry about it bending or anything like that. And plus, it's not moving. So usually what I'll do is, so you guys see a little bit of the process, I'll put these in here like this. Fold it over, press it down. Fold it over, press it down. And then it seats right in the box perfectly. Paperwork goes on top, which I'm going to do off the screen so you guys don't get my info. And then, yeah, and then it gets taped off and off to CGC. All right, 2 more. These ones, this is personal collection stuff. So I got through a lot of the business stuff, but these ones I'm super excited for. It's stuff that I either recently got or stuff that I've had for a little bit that, yeah, this one is a very unique order. So we'll go over that last, but let's go through number 21. So this is a much smaller card submission. There's only 6 cards in this submission. So I said before with bulk, you have to have at least 25, but if you do the tier above that, you could do as little or as many as you want. It does cost a little bit more, but because I have the membership discount, it's not as bad. Yeah, so here's 6 cards, a little bit higher value on these here. That's why I'm doing just a few of them, but I think it's worth paying a little bit more. And it seems like the turnaround for this tier is a little bit faster than even the bulk submissions. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm going to take all this tape off, even though I'm literally going to put it all back on. But you see, like, I'm very methodical as I do this stuff, right? So again, if you want to get your stuff submitted, you kind of have a bit of a preview of how your stuff's going to be treated as well. So 6 cards in this submission. This is all stuff that were chase cards for me, or holy grail cards, if you will. So I'm glad to have them. Now I'm just excited to see them get graded. So starting off super strong, we have the shiny Raichu from the Neo generation. Again, such a beautiful card. I've been chasing this card for so long. And of course, I go to the, Collecticon in Charlotte, and I found it right away. But not only did I find that one, but I found the Japanese variant as well. So super excited to get these knocked out. No, I'm sorry. The Japanese variant came from Charlotte. I had this one a little more recent, or previous to that. But 2 very beautiful cards. Obviously, you guys know I'm a huge Raichu fan, so super excited to see how these grade. Next, we have the shiny Mew. And of course, these ones are always weirdly centered, but it's for the personal collection. I'm not super worried about its overall grade. I'm just glad to finally have it. There's a beautiful swirl right in the tail there. And it's one of those cards where, as you start getting a higher end collection, it's one of those pieces you kind of have to get. But I love the way it looks. The next card here is probably the least expensive of the batch, but still iconic artwork. This is the Game Boy promo Dragonite. Obviously in Japanese, there's a nice big swirl right there next to its wing. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card. It's one of my favorites. I probably have like 5 or 6 of these to grade. And I have a sealed one of these as well. So obviously the sealed one's going to stay sealed, and I'll grade off all the other ones. So these next 2 are huge cards for me. I mean, all these cards are, right? But this one here, so you guys remember me talking about web series. This is one of the more expensive cards from that web series. It's the Dark Blastoise, obviously original artwork from Team Rocket. But yeah, such an awesome artwork. I got this one over from Instagram. Got it from, was it Ketty? Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of their absolutely amazing Blastoise as they were kind of downsizing their collection. So here's a shout out and a tribute to you. Obviously, I told you these will be kept in good hands. So obviously, once it gets graded, it's just further protected there. So I'm super excited to see how this turns out. It's such an amazing piece for the collection. But it's good to know that there's another Blastoise collector as big of a fan as I am, and it's in good hands now. So, all right, last card from the submission is literally my holy grail. It's one of the cards I've been wanting to get for a long time. It's probably the most expensive card in my set as of right now, or in my collection, if you will. It's a no rarity Blastoise. So what I mean by that is if you look at that bottom corner, it does not have the rarity symbol there. So in terms of like print runs, or how it is with like Shadowless and the English comparison, this is the OG print run for this for Pokemon Japanese base set, because obviously they did the no rarity, and then they did the regular print run with all the rarities corrected and all that. The English equivalent would be like first edition Shadowless, in terms of like rarity, price, kind of put you in that mindset. So the only other Blastoise high-end card I would need would be that first edition Shadowless, but I think if this grades well, this is even more expensive than that. I saw one at Collecticon, very similar condition to what I have, very similar centering, and it was a 9. Now, granted, I can't predict how it's going to turn out. I think it looks extremely clean. That smudge is on the cardboard there, but even if I get, let's say, a 7 or an 8, you're talking about 2 to 3 times the value of what I paid for this. If it hits the 9, you're talking probably 4 or 5x. There's no way it's getting a 10. It's as ambitious as I'd love to be. If it does hit a 10, you're talking 6 to 8x, if not higher, which would be absolutely insane. And then the pristine, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's going to be that submission there. Again, smaller submission, but yeah, I'm super excited. What's your favorite card from this submission? I mean, obviously these are all my favorites, but yeah, I can't wait to see how this turns out. It's going to be a huge submission. Hopefully, because it's smaller, hopefully I'll get it back faster. It's not always how that works, but hey, you can always hope, right? But like I said, let me just tape these all back up, get them put back in the box. We'll show off the last one, and I'm making pretty good time. So I'll get all this knocked out, get everything prepped again, get the boxes all taped up, and then yeah, again, this will go out to CGC today. I'm super excited. I'm so glad to be doing this again and getting cards submitted and being back in this process. It's something that I really enjoyed doing, especially because before I went on deployment, I didn't have a job, which I know that sounds weird, but it's super complicated story. If anyone understands anything military, I'm in the reserves. So, you know, I got activated to go on active duty. I did 13 months on active duty for the 5th time, and then came back home. So this is something that getting this business spun up and getting back on eBay, it's going to help me kind of, yeah, everything will go live tomorrow. So I have, like I said, I have like 38 or 40 cards already prepped and ready. I just kind of need to hit upload. All the legwork's already done, but I'm waiting to get the submission back for today, and then yeah, eBay will go live tomorrow. So I'm super excited about it. Hopefully you guys are as well. But yeah, as of tomorrow, there'll be over 50 cards available for purchase on the eBay shop. I'll do a community post with the link. I'll do an Instagram post as well. Obviously, I want to, you know, push the word out to everybody. But yeah, so here we go. So last but definitely not least, submission number 22. It's crazy to think I've done that many submissions already, and I'm super excited to see how many I end up doing in total. But this submission is super special because so I've kind of spoiled a little bit, but CGC just started grading jumbo cards. So I was like, hey, you know what? I have one. Let me give it a try. So if you ever filled out any of the submission forms, right, you just type in the name of the card or the set, and that should populate. Well, this card, conveniently enough, is not in CGC's database, which means it's never been graded by CGC, which is a great opportunity for me to get a pop 1 of a card. Now, eventually, obviously, more and more of these will get graded, especially as word of mouth goes out that there's been one graded. You guys can kind of tell what this is already if you know what you're looking at here. But this is going to be, hopefully, I kind of beat anyone else to it. This will be the first one graded by CGC. Timestamp it here. Make your mark here. It's 11:40 on a Thursday. But this is going to be the first one graded by CGC. So we have my Dark Blastoise Legendary Collection box topper. I talked to a rep at CGC to confirm. They said they didn't see it in the database. Obviously, there wasn't an error in the system or anything. But yeah, so I had to manually type in all the details to this, the set, the year, the condition, you know, not the condition, but the, I'm sorry, the variant, right? So it's a box topper variant and it's a reverse hollow. And then the actual set. So this is S2 of S4. They did 4 different designs for these box toppers. I want to say it's this one, the Charizard, the Raichu, and a Mewtwo. But yeah, super excited to get this graded. And again, it's one of those things, I truly don't care what it grades in. I don't think it's going to be a 1. I don't think it's going to be a 10, to be completely honest with you. But if I can get it graded in time and come back, it's going to be a pop 1. It will be the first one graded by CGC. And I know it's kind of like dumb bragging rights, but I think that's kind of iconic. Like, it's something that I'll always remember, right? Especially because I'm going to keep this card in my set. It's not going anywhere. But it's something I can say that I graded the first one. So, yep, super excited about that. But those are all the cards getting sent out to CGC today. Or not sent out. I'm literally going to hand deliver them. So it depends. Some of the turnaround. So the submission I'm picking up today was less than 10 days. So that's not too bad. I've had some missions, or I've had some submissions, sorry, take less than a week. I've had some up to like 30 days. So I think with me hand delivering stuff now, especially in these smaller submissions, it should be a much faster turnaround. But yeah, we shall see. Obviously, we'll make note of it and we'll keep track on it. But yeah, I think my fastest submission for a 25 card bulk submission was 7-day turnaround, which was insane. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this. Again, I didn't want to make it a long drawn out stream, but I wanted to just show you guys everything that's going out today. Now again, I will be back a little bit later once I pick up my submission and drop this stuff off. So we will do another stream today. Stand by. I'll let you guys know when I'm on the way back and when I've received that submission. Yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be a really, really good time. And again, this submission's gonna be huge for me because it's my first submission of this type. So I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'm just gonna give away some last minute codes before I go. But if you guys enjoy this kind of long form kind of content, let me know in the comments section. Hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. We're so close to 800 subscribers. Another huge milestone for me, and I'm super excited to get there and to continue growing with the community. So yeah, again, if you're watching this after the fact, let me know what your favorite card from this whole submission is. Obviously these two boxes are super near and dear to the heart here. And all this stuff here I'm super excited to get graded and then be able to put up to sale for you guys. So yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna go head up, grab that submission, and come back, and we'll do another stream a little bit later on today. But for now, that's gonna do it for me. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy.